Brother Abram, Yahushua. First and foremost, all praise and honor, glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. And today we're going to go into a little bit of prophecy concerning basically the fall or the economic collapse of this world system, specifically America, aka the daughter of Babylon. Okay, because this is what's the process of happening as we speak. Okay, the world currencies are falling, by the day. A lot of different countries are transitioning their dollar their currency into the American dollar. Why? Because they have trust and faith in Babylon. They think, okay, even if their currency is fading or falling away, the dollar, the American dollar will always sustain them, always be around, but that's not the case. Okay, this thing is going to collapse just like it's prophesied to do. Okay, from there they're going to bring in their new currency, a system, okay, which is in the form of a chip, okay, what the Bible calls the mark of the beast. But in order to do that, this current currency, all currency, global currency has to go down.
How many of y'all aware that the FedNow app that's going to be mandatory for all the purchases of goods and retrieving your money from the bank was just enacted? It was just launched. See, but what it's doing right now, it's going into each and every system, every business, every online service. It's connecting to the supercomputer. The FedNow app is what you're going to, every banking system is going to be connected to this one app controlled by the elites, the Federal Reserve. Who do you know is owned by the Rothschilds? They own the Federal Reserve, the Rothschild. And everybody who the only way to beat this system is to not buy into it. They're going to tell everyone that there's going to be a $1,000 social credit score system. And in this money, this $1,000 is what you're going to not be able to save it. It has to be used per month. And any violation that they deem that you cause, there's going to be a deduction in this money that's in this social account, this social credit score that you're going to have. This is all going to be connected to the FedNow. There will be no cash, and there will be no Bitcoin. There will be none of this crypto. All businesses and all transactions that are made in the entire country will be tracked and monitored by FedNow.
So they can bring everything on one global scale, one currency, which will be in the form of a microchip. All right, so we're just going to touch on a few scriptures to the prophecy, and we'll let the Bible bring it forth. I haven't really titled this. I guess we'll just call it the fall of the dollar and the implementation of the beast system. Okay, fall of the dollar, implementation of the beast system. So first place, actually we're going to need our King James Version Bible for this, and we're going to go in the Apocrypha also. So we're going to open it up. Let's get the book of Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 12. And we could pick it up, verse 1.
So look at Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
Now look at what it's saying. Remember thy Creator in the days of thy youth, before the evil day come. Now we finna transition. We're going to see what is evil day talking about. Come on.
Nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun, or the light of the moon, or the star be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain.
Okay, in other words, that's before the Lord would draw his spirit. The sun, moon, and the stars represents knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So get to know the Lord. Learn these prophecies, His knowledge, wisdom, and understanding while you still can. Continue.
In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves.
Who are the keepers of the house? The keepers of the house is talking about the powers that be, the people who run things in this world right now. The elite bankers, your high politicians, your presidents, top politicians of the world. Okay, and they're trembling right now. Why are they trembling? Because they see their power, their system is falling. It's collapsing by the day. Continue.
And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few.
The grinders represent in ancient times, that was the main source of economy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they would have men physically grinding the mill, things of that for this rice and wheat. That's how they would go about. So the grinders represents the economic, the workforce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, continue.
And those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Why? Because the windows represent hope. All hope is lost. When you look at the condition of the state of the world right now, it's not looking good on any scale. Okay, the natural, what they call natural disasters and storms, that's one thing. We got energy crisis. The economy is ever weaker than before. So the windows represent that hope is dim right now. Continue.
And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low.
The door should be shut in the streets, okay? That's talking about your martial law, quarantines that's about to take place, worldwide martial law, everything's shut down. Verse 4 again.
And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low.
Once again, the sound of the grinding is your jobs, unemployment, no jobs. Everything is falling and shut down. Continue.
And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Voice of the bird, it goes into getting up early, okay? The alarm clocks, getting up for work, okay? All of that's going to cease soon. The voice of the daughters, okay? Even your entertainment. Look back even when this pandemic took place, when they first shut everything down. You had even entertainers losing money. They couldn't travel. They couldn't do their live shows or performances. It was affecting everything. Okay, that was just a prelude to what you're about to see on a global scale. Okay, continue.
And when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home.
Why when it says and the grasshopper shall be a burden, everything is shut down, quarantine, no job. Who's gonna say once the economy fall collapse? Who's gonna do certain things? Okay, you got the Mexican landscaping, cutting grass. In other words, the place is gonna turn to like a wilderness.
Yep.
There's no money in the system, no currency. Who's gonna still get up and go to work? That's what that's going into. We can stop it right there, actually. Let's go to, from now, let's go to Zephaniah chapter 1. Because this is coming to pass. So you can put your head in the sand. Go ahead and give me Romans chapter 3. Romans chapter 3, I want you to read verses 3 and 4. We're getting that. But you can try to, you're going to stay as up and now you want. You can put your head in the sand, you can cover your ears, you can try to ignore it, you can put a hoodie over your head with some bug glasses, blindfold. You can do everything you want to do to try to ignore this prophecy. But it's still coming to pass. So the best thing you can do is humble down, repent, and start trying to understand, ask the Lord to give you this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because whether you like it or not, this is going to happen, this prophecy. Read that real quick. Romans chapter 3, verse 3 and 4.
Romans chapter 3, verse 4.
3 and 4.
Yeah, 3 and 4.
Read verse 3.
Romans chapter 3, verse 3. For what if some did not believe?
See that? What if some did not believe? And that's the attitude of a lot of people when the prophets start to bring forth the words of the Lord to you. Oh, that's evil. That's negative. That's all okay, but this is the prophecy. The watchman's job is to warn the people, blow the trumpet. Okay, Isaiah 58:1, cry ye aloud, spare not, lift thy voice like a trumpet, show my people their transgression. That's the job of the preacher, but the people get mad. Okay, but read that one more time, verse 3.
For what if some did not believe?
Whether you want to hear it, believe it or not, come on.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God?
See that? Should their unbelief, read that part again. Should their unbelief what?
Should thy unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
should their unbelief make the fate of the Lord without effect? So whether you believe it or not, is that going to change the words of the Lord? Is that going to keep the prophets from coming to pass? No. All right. Now let's get Zephaniah 1.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 1. The word of the Lord which came unto Zephaniah, the son of Cushai, the son of Gedaliah.
Give me verse 10, actually. Pick it up at verse 10.
Verse 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord.
Now look at that. It shall come to pass in that day. What is that talking about? That's prophecy. It shall come to pass in that day. Come on.
Saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills.
What is that crashing from the hills and that howling? That's your economic collapse. All system, all economy, especially when it hit home. It's happening everywhere else now, okay? All you got to do is do a little bit of research. You can see every other country's currency is falling and collapsing, okay? The Lord saves the greatest for last. Just because it hasn't hit home in Babylon, America yet, don't mean it's not coming. It's coming. It just ain't happened yet. Okay, there should be, read that again.
And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills.
That's that economic collapse. Come on.
How, ye inhabitants of Maktesh.
Okay, now match that was an ancient, in the ancient times in Babylon, that was considered the like a very very wealthy city. The wealthiest city at the time. That's what Mashdod is. Now, how do we relate that today? Because the words of the Lord is twofold. Okay, in ancient time Babylon, Mashdod was that capital of riches of finance. Today, it's talking about, guess what? AKA America, the daughter of Babylon.
Yep.
Okay, continue. Verse 11 again.
How, ye inhabitants of the Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down.
See that? All the merchant people. That's talking about your Wall Street, your bankers, all the big ballers, the people with money in high places. It's cut down. Come on.
All they that bear silver are cut off.
See that? All they that bear silver, that's your money. It's getting cut off. Come on.
And it shall come to pass at that time.
That's prophecy again. This is what we transition into. That's why I say it shall come to pass. Come on.
That I will search Jerusalem with candles.
The candles are the prophets. Come on.
And punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil.
That's the ones that hear the prophets prophesying and you put it to the side. The Lord ain't going to do that. Ain't going to happen. That's crazy. That ain't going to happen. The Lord ain't going to do good or evil. It's not, you reject the prophecy. That's what that's saying. He's going to punish the man who sits on their leads just like a frat man and drink. When you drink something, the settles down at the bottom of the glass, that means you're comfortable. You trust in the ways of Babylon. You satisfied in your riches, your wealth, this white man's philosophy, okay, investments. Do this. The news say this. You comfortable listening to man rather than God is what it's saying. All right, come on.
Therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them. And they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. You
see that? Everything that you invested in this life or this world that you put over the Lord, all the material, your 401ks, your jobs, your careers, okay? All of that, what it's saying, is going to become booty. Meaning what? A spoil, nothing. Okay? These are the words of the Lord. This is what we transition into. All we're doing is giving you prophecy. All right? From now, let's get what I want. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. I'm sorry, Ezekiel. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 7.
This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 7.
1 second. Let me get there. Ezekiel chapter 7. Let's pick it up in verse 19.
Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed.
See that? Same thing all over again. This is at the collapse. This is when the dollar means nothing. Okay? That's people burning their money, throwing it away. Why? Because they realize it's absolutely nothing. Okay? Once this economy collapsed, the dollar, notice what they're doing now. They already pulling all slowly. They've getting us accustomed to no cash, a cashless society. Okay, for the past a couple of years, I say, you go to a lot of places, what they tell you, oh, no cash, or we don't have any cash back.
Coin shortage.
Coin shortage. All of this stuff is slowly building up to what's about to approach soon, the dollar collapse, and they pull all cash from the system. Why? Once again, they're trying to implement everything into this one world currency. Okay, even your Pope, I believe about a month or two ago, he put out, now the Pope don't have anything to do with banking and finances. Not supposed to. But what he made a statement, he recommended everybody pull their money out and put it in what? The Bank of Rome. Put it in the Vatican. Put your money in the Vatican, the bank out there. Okay, so that's showing you they know something is coming. They know they more privy to information that the average person don't have. Okay, and this is what it is. Okay, they understand some of these problems. They know what's about to take place. Come on.
They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of that wrath, of the day of the wrath of the Lord.
Okay, I'm gonna read verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. Okay, the money, your finances, no matter what you own or what you work, is not gonna protect you from this time or the judgment of the Lord. Okay, if they pull it out, it don't matter if you're a billionaire. Okay, when they convert from a cashless society over to this new currency, this microchip that the Bible talks about as the mark of the beast, it doesn't matter. Okay, and not only that, even after that, at the coming of the Lord, okay, that your money, your wealth, none of that's gonna save you. So what is this showing you? Come out of her, my people. You should be in the process now of seeking spiritual things. Okay, because everything that this world has taught us has been a lie. Let's get a precept on that when it says that money shall not be able to deliver them and from the wrath of the Lord. Give me Proverbs 11 verse 4.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath.
See that? Riches profit not in the day of wrath. This whole world lied to everybody to make them covet the American dream, work your whole life slave, try to keep up with the Joneses, toil all that under the sun, year after year, day after day, getting up, going to it's all finna be for nothing. That's what we're saying. When the Lord said in Isaiah 42:8, I will not give my glory to another, that's what he meant. Most people's God is money.
Yep.
Okay, he's about to take that glory and it's about to go back to who it belongs to, the one true God. That's what it's saying. Read it one more time.
Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death.
See that? But righteousness delivered from death. All that's about the matter right now is this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Lord. That's the only thing that's going to benefit you. That's the only thing that's going to basically preserve you to the times that we're coming into. Give me Isaiah 33:6. We're going to prove that. Riches profit nothing in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6.
Come on.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
See that? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the time. That's the only thing that's going to profit you and benefit you in the time we're coming into. See, and that's why the Lord is going to take this glory from this world, because money's not going to mean a thing, fame, all the stuff that we've been taught to strive and work hard and die for. The Lord is about to take that away, and he's going to give glory to his prophets. Now, why? Because those are going to be the only men that know the truth of what's going on. You see that? Those are going to be the only ones with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So the same knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you've been covering your ears and not want to hear, you soon going to be kicking down the door looking every way you can for it, and you won't be able to find it. Read that one more time.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Come on.
And strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
You see that? The only thing that's going to matter is the wisdom and knowledge of the Lord. From there, I want to go into the Apocrypha. Still dealing with this economic collapse. We're going to 2nd Ezra chapter 6. And give me 1 second. Yeah, 2nd Ezra chapter 6, and let's pick it up at verse 22.
And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Okay, this during the time of the economic collapse. The suddenly, it says suddenly, all of a sudden shall the sown places appear unsown. That's talking about your stores. Because what's going to happen once the dollar collapses? All these businesses going to shut down.
Of course.
You ain't going to be able to, for what? It's no money now. No currency flowing. So all your stores, your food, your grocery store, all that's going to shut down. That's what that's talking about. Read it again.
And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Come on.
The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
See that? Your storehouses are going to be empty. This is when that famine is going to kick off at its peak. No food, no water. Why? Because everything is shut down. Come on.
And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it.
And that trumpet is the prophets warning you. That's the sound. The trumpet shall give a sound. Come on.
They shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still.
See that? The springs of the fountain, that's twofold. They're going to literally cut the water off on you too during this time. Okay, and also when they say the spring, that also goes into knowledge. Okay, this knowledge is like a river of flowing water. So you're not going to be able to find the truth at that time. Okay, this is what we're saying. From now, let's see. Let's go to Revelations. Give me one moment.
It's like how Walmart, they starting to show, stuff starting to get real low.
Yeah.
Soon, no meat, no junk food.
You seeing it happen slowly but slowly. But once this transition, once this dollar completely falls, that's it. Revelation chapter 6 and pick it up at verse 5.
Revelation chapter 6, verse 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld a low and black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
Okay, these balances is going into what you call your economic collapse time. Okay, inflation, hyperinflation, all of that. All of this has got to take place first. Before it completely collapses, things are going to shoot up. You're finna see gas prices go through the roof. You're going to be paying over $9, $10 a gallon for gas. Okay, this is what this is going to, the balances. Continue.
In his hand, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts saying, Measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
Okay, that's going into the elect man, the oil and the wine. Don't touch them. But what it said, verse 6 again, I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. Okay, that's going into basically, that's saying just for, say for instance, a loaf of bread. That's 1 day's pay. That's the hyperinflation before the collapse. So whatever you would pay, whatever you get paid, let's say in a day, for 1 day's salary, what you would make in a day, that's what's going to cost you for 1 loaf of bread, is what that's saying. Okay, so that's just showing you the transition. This is the season of the prophecy that we currently approaching. All right, I want to get Revelations chapter 13 and we're going to read verse 16, because once again, this is the total goal. This is the end game of what they're doing. Once this currency, this system fall, what you have now, all countries are ditching their currency. They transition it into the American dollar because they still got faith in the dollar. But what's about to happen soon, the dollar, because it's prophesied, the dollar's going to fall, and it's done intentionally. Okay, all your elite bankers and things of that nature, okay, they already know this information. Once this dollar fall, okay, they're going to implement their new system, which is this beast system, this microchip. All right, read that what you got.
Revelation
13 verse 16.
Revelation chapter 13 verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Okay, so it calls it all, that's everybody. He calls it all, both rich and poor, small and great, from the richest person in the world all the way to the poorest. That's going to be the only way to operate within this society. Okay, if you do not have this, you basically don't exist. That's the way they're gonna make it. Everything is gonna be connected. They have something called a blockchain system. Okay, that's all your information from your medical records, your size, your weight, what's in your bank account, even from what I understand, a little research I did do, all the way up into your blood pressure, your vital signs, they're gonna be able to measure. Okay, so this chip is gonna have every single bit of information about you. And not only that, they could turn it off anytime they want. Anytime they want. So this is the system that they're about to implement over this whole world. As we speak, okay, the banks are already transitioning now. That's why you hear story after story giving people a hard time trying to pull their money out.
Yep.
Okay, we here. This is what we showing you. We are here. There's no more putting it out. If your ears and your mind ain't open to it now, it's too late pretty much. Okay, keep doing what you do. We are here. All right. Read verse 16 again.
Verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Okay, that's everybody. Okay, the whole world he's going to cause to receive this mark. It says their right hand or their forehead. Come on.
And that no man might buy or sell.
Now you see that? This is what it's tied to. You can't buy or sell, so you pretty much can't function within this world except you receive it. Come on.
Save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Okay, this is live time, as this is current happening as we speak. This is the system that they putting in place.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's pretty much it's happening. I mean, we hear. I mean, when you read, Revelations, all these prophecies, it's not too much more. We are in that day. Okay, we are literally living prophecy as we speak. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want concerning this.
And I was going to touch on real quick, like you were saying, how it had all the new things they put in place, but they started with the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch has all your bank card, your heart rate. It checks all those things for you. And then even on your card now, everybody's using a chip. Exactly. So they're just getting you just comfortable with that,
They've been slowly getting us used to this technology. Okay, even your phones. Past several years, okay, the phones have gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. They got it while, past several years you can pay with the phone. And a lot of countries, believe it or not, they've already started receiving this chip. Okay, you see them, they go to the store, whatever, they just flash their hand. They got something in the forehead. What's the devil that's trying to, you got Elon Musk, and it's another one. I can't think, the one with the brain chip.
That's Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, and it's another guy too, or whatever, but they pushing it hard. Okay, they already talking about a chip in the brain. It's all tied into the same thing.
Yep.
Okay, so real quick before we close out, what we're trying to show you, put your energy, your strength, everything you got into seeking the Lord now. Okay, because everything, once again, that they taught us in his life, everything that we thought meant something. Okay, King Solomon, you read Ecclesiastes 1 and 2, he calls it vanity. Okay, he had the most richest man ever lived. Okay, read those chapters. Ecclesiastes 1, he had it all.
Yep.
And he, at the end of the day, he sums it up. He say, vanity of vanities. It's all vanity.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the only thing that's going to benefit us, is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Let's get Proverbs 23, verse 4.
So book of Proverbs chapter 23, verse 4. Labor not to be rich. Cease from thine own wisdom.
See that? Labor not to be rich. That's not the goal of life. Cease from their own wisdom, meaning your mindset, your understanding. Everything that you trust in that this world has taught us to trust in, because it's about to fade away. Continue.
Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle towards heaven. See
that? Riches make themselves wings. They fly away like an eagle towards heaven. Meaning what? One day money is here, the next day it's gone. Just as quick as it comes, it goes. All right? From now, let me give me Proverbs 3. And let me see. pick it up around verse, let me get there. I think it's Proverbs 3 verse 13. Yeah, pick it up at verse 12, Proverbs 3:12.
For whom the Lord loveth, he corrected, even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding.
See that? Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and he that getteth understanding. As we read earlier, Isaiah 33:6, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of time. So if the dollar fade, money, and all the things that they taught us in this life means something, if that's about to pass away, what's the only thing that's going to sustain us in this time? This knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay, so the Lord is about to do a complete flip. That's why it goes, all those scriptures about, we're going to read it too. Okay, money, this wisdom is more valuable than anything you can ever desire, because all that material stuff is fading away. This is going to be the only thing that matters. Keep reading.
For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver.
See that? The merchandise, meaning the value of this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is better than silver. Come on.
And the gain thereof than fine gold.
See that? Come on.
She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her.
You see that? It ain't nothing in this life or this world that's more valuable than this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay? The most important thing you could have ever gained in this lifetime is learning the words of the Lord.
Yep.
Okay? And he's about to strip the glory from this world system and put it back on what really matters, his word. You see? So I guess we could close out there, but before we do, once again, I forgot what I titled it or whatever, but this is dealing with
The Great Reset, basically.
yeah, basically the economic, the dollar collapse. The main thing is spiritual. Okay, you got a lot of people going to stocking up, and that's wise. Okay, faith without works is dead. You can, if you got time, if you got the resources, while the dollar is still good, get you some extra water, get you some extra food, some candles, some off the grid survival type of stuff. But understand this, that's not what's going to preserve you. That's not what's going to save you.
Yep.
Only thing that's going to spare you is if the Lord have mercy. And the only ones he's going to have mercy on is the ones who have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. If you didn't take the time to seek the Lord and get this wisdom, okay, the Lord that's part of the judge. He's already X'd you out. So while those doors of mercy, even though it's closing fast, while you still have a chance. Or if you come across a video like this, you hearing it, that's the Lord saying you still have a chance. Okay, you need to get it while it's good. Because the only thing that's going to preserve us is this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. One more scripture before we close out. Go into Apocrypha. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8. And I believe it's verse 17. Let me see. Wisdom of Solomon.
Chapter 8, verse
17. See what that say.
Now when I consider these things in myself and ponder them in my heart.
No, that ain't it. Let me see.
Oh, the next one.
Hold on. Wisdom of Solomon. Let me see. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 28. That's what I'm on. Chapter 7, verse 28.
For God loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom.
Read it again.
For God loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom.
See that? The only ones the Lord loves and answer are the ones who dwell with wisdom. What is the wisdom? There's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay, so with that, I pray y'all got some understanding. Until next time, shalom.